Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading, and today is July 5th, 2024, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Bitcoin takes a nosedive, but first looking at today's major economic event. So at 2:30 South African time, out of the United States, we have a big non-farm payroll number coming out. Now looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the US dollar continues to weaken. And as we shift over to the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ not trading much yesterday because it was a national holiday and really unchanged. Now looking at commodities, natural gas continues to look weak, gold holding on to its resistance, and lastly, oil pushing higher because of hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico. Now looking at the stocks markets were closed yesterday. And lastly, look at cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, as mentioned, takes a nosedive. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Euro USD. Now we are making recovery. We're just breaking that resistance-ish level. So I wouldn't say really we're breaking it. Now we're getting close to that 108.60-ish level. We're about 40 pips away from it. That's bona fide resistance. Okay, so just be aware of it. That can continue happening today. Now looking at the GBP, everything is happening across the board. So that's nice to see where the dollar is getting weaker across the board. So GBP USD also a little bit more aggressive than the euro, showing that a little stronger than the euro as that gets to that resistance level. Now jumping into the Australian dollar, it pushed even higher, okay, breaking out. That's an important level, right? Breaking up above 66.97 to 67.35. Now it's not big, it's not 100 pips, but it's important, okay, especially as we've broken out from that range trading. Now jumping to the Japanese yen, getting stronger versus the dollar after making record lows this past week versus the dollar. Now it's at 160.60-ish level. Now I just want to make a double note here. Now 158-ish level is going to be support. So we may still see ourselves retracing further down from here. So keep that in mind. Now looking at the commodities, they're all trading. Crude oil pushing higher to $84 a barrel, just shy of it right now, but it did push higher. This is really on concerns of hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico disrupting some of the shipping of the oil from the Gulf of Mexico. Texas is a big depot there, so that's really an important level. Now this time of the year, going in from, it's a little bit early for that time of the year actually. August, September is when we usually have hurricane season, which affects and disrupts this industry just tremendously. Okay, so just be aware of it. Now looking at natural gas, so weak here, 234, just keeps on sliding lower, another 10 cents lower. And lastly, looking at gold, holding on to its resistance. Okay, looked like it was going to correct itself, but right now we are at that upper range of resistance, so keep that in mind as well. Now the US stocks were closed yesterday, so I'm not going to cover them. However, lastly, jumping into Bitcoin, look at that nosedive. Wow, 58 to 54K. Okay, it did retrace significantly. I mean, if you look at it on a 4-hour chart. Let's jump to a weekly. The next real supportish level is 50K. All right, so it's hard to really say where we're going to continue selling off. But this is the thing about Bitcoin. Doesn't trade, doesn't trade, doesn't trade, doesn't trade, churn, 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 and then it sells off. And this is exactly what's happened. So next real support level is 50K, so just keep that in mind. However, if it does have these type of sharp kind of sell-offs, there could be a reversal move as well. So keep that in mind. That's a potential as we look for that as well. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you.